The Justice Department is rejecting a pair of congressional subpoenas as House Republicans ramp up their scrutiny of the Hunter Biden investigation. Judiciary Committee Jim Jordan sought the testimony of two FBI agents who were at an October meeting with David Weiss, the U.S. attorney and now special counsel overseeing the investigation into the president's son. In a letter obtained by CBS News, the DOJ shot down Jordan's request, saying, quote, "Given these opportunities for further discussion, we believe seeking to compel testimony from FBI agents directly involved in the ongoing investigation is premature." Let's bring in CBS News senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge. Catherine, first of all, situate us in time. Remind us of this October meeting with the special counsel, now special counsel. Why are House Republicans so interested in that specific meeting?
Well, John, good to be with you. According to the IRS whistleblower Gary Shapley, it was at this October meeting last year with about a dozen team members that then U.S. Attorney David Weiss allegedly told them that he tried to bring charges against Hunter Biden in Washington, D.C., and had been denied by the U.S. Attorney, and that he'd also sought special counsel status from the Justice Department and had been turned down. So House Republican investigators want to hear from these FBI agents as well as two IRS agents to get additional information about this meeting that can kind of flesh out and confirm or undercut details that they have at this point.
And this is along their theory of the case is that pressure came from above, political pressure came to slow walk this investigation. How unusual is it for a committee, for a House committee or a Senate committee to subpoena FBI agents who are still engaged, still working on an ongoing investigation?
Well, there is a precedent. Former FBI, then FBI official Peter Strzok did give a transcribed interview to House committee investigators back in around 2018. He was very involved in the FBI's investigation into the Russia collusion allegations against then President Trump. This interview took place when special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation was ongoing. Strzok talked about events prior to the special counsel appointment. So it's happened, but it is extremely unusual.
And would the FBI be able to say the difference there is that Strzok had already been booted from the Mueller case? Are these FBI agents that Jordan wants to talk to still on the actual case?
Based on everything we know, John, they are still working with the FBI. It's not clear that they've been removed from the case in any way. And the now special counsel, David Weiss, has said it is an ongoing investigation. You
also have learned, I understand, that the lawyer for the whistleblower you mentioned earlier, who made these allegations about Weiss, was contacted by a DOJ official in April. Why is that significant?
Well, you know, John, in an investigation that's this complex, the investigators often build a timeline to better understand events, and that's what the lawyer for the IRS whistleblower Gary Shapley has done. And what you see from the timeline, we've done our own research, is that on about April 19th, the whistleblower came forward to Congress saying that he wanted to make disclosures about alleged preferential treatment in a case actually he did not identify. And shortly after that letter went to Congress, they got outreach from a senior Justice Department official who said, we'd like to have more information about these allegations involving the Hunter Biden probe. And then shortly after that, that same Justice Department official met with Weiss and members of Hunter Biden's legal team. So the whistleblower's attorney is saying, hey, like, I'm connecting these dots, and they really require further explanation about the actions of this Justice Department official. The counterpoint is that these events are disconnected from each other, and the official was acting in his official capacity at the department.
And so, Catherine, what happens now? The FBI has responded. There's something in the DOJ response I want to ask you about, where it suggested like they were in ongoing conversations with the committee. So, in other words, there's the question of an ongoing investigation. That's one thing, but it seemed in that response that they were saying that this information might be delivered to the committee without being compelled. Is there any chance that is the case?
Well, it's possible. I think that you raise an excellent point in the letter. The department saying we may be able to find some meeting of the minds on this issue. We may be able to provide information without compelling the testimony of these agents. The counterpoint from the Republicans is that it's a delay tactic at the end of the day. They want to get to this information fairly quickly because the other data point here is that at the end of September, there will be open public testimony from the Attorney General Garland, and we may soon have testimony from now Special Counsel Weiss. So they want to have this information prior to those public hearings.
Catherine Herridge in Washington. Thank you so much, Catherine.
You're welcome.